Hi, Jimbo here. Today I've got a couple of dice cups for you. Not just any dice cups. These dice cups were made by a friend of mine in Turkey, Mr. Gökhan Yildiz, who is an avid player, and he ranks very high and has a very low PR. And I know if I played him, he would kick my butt. I haven't played him, so we'll see what happens in the future sometime. But in the meantime, these dice cups I'm going to compare to a couple of different Crisloid dice cups and a couple of different FM Gammon dice cups, and just see how the sound comes out of them. These are made of buffalo leather and are hand-stitched and wrapped around a 3D printed dice cup. These are packaged very, very well, especially for being a couple of dice cups. But I've been waiting a while for these. They got tied up in customs, and I'm sure we'll avoid that in the future. But we weren't really thinking about it. This was just a casual purchase between friends. And it's my first exposure to Gökhan's work. During the day, he's an engineer. And at night, he's a backgammon board builder. And he is very good. Some of the stuff he makes is incredible. And I've been sworn to secrecy. Okay, I haven't been sworn to secrecy, but I don't know enough about his boards to really give an informed opinion until I have one in my hands, which should be fairly soon. Hasn't been made yet, but once I figure out what I want on the thing, I would like to be Mr. Yildiz's first American purchase, which would be very cool. Aside from the dice cups, which I guess technically would be the first purchase. Wow, Gökhan, you really wrapped the heck out of these. That's better than the Nautilus machine. There we go. And just in case somebody tries to steal your dice cups, they'll never be able to get to them. There we go. There we go. And I think we're getting to it. Shall we say almost there? Another layer of wrapping. This makes layer number 42. If my counting is right. Okay, it's not that crazy, but Gökhan, you certainly made sure nothing happened to these. Wow. Oh, this is very cool. This is very cool. This is the first cup for the guest. The hand stitching, the buffalo leather. It's got a very smooth texture to it. Very, very smooth. It's got a trip lip, kind of fashioned out of strips of leather. And we have the other dice cup, which might just have my name on it. It sure does. J. Sutherland. And that's me. And quite happy to be playing with the guest. Let's see how these sound. For comparison, to begin with, start off with the Crisloid leather cups. Kind of a hollow sound. Then we have the Crisloid plastic and cork cups. obviously a higher pitched sound. And then we have FM Gammon's leather cups. It's an interesting sound, very smooth. And FM Gammon's wooden cups, of course, very bright. And there we go. Now for the buffalo leather. I was under the impression there was a 3D printed plastic insert in this, and I was completely incorrect. It is just straight buffalo leather, stitched at the seam, and there isn't anything else to it. That's got a great sound. That's got a fantastic sound. Compare that to this. Sounds just excellent. One more attempt. Way high pitched. Just a beautiful sound. I hope the microphone is picking that up. I assume it is. And let's see if we can approximate it with any of these. This is about the same size, but the sound doesn't even compare. It's dismal. And the old-fashioned wooden FM cups, they are what they are. But the buffalo leather, this stuff is very impressive. Beautiful. Well, I'm very happy with these cups. They were very affordable, less than $60, less than the price of a pair of Crisloid dice cups, which I think run $35 each for the leather. And the sound is impeccable. The trip lip is not as thick as I would like. That's the only drawback I can see of these dice cups. The rest of my little test here, that is beautiful. What a nice sound. That's how a dice cup should sound. Anyway, my name's Jim. Thanks a lot for watching.